Hi again. We are now interviewing Marcelo. He went as an exchange student to the USA. So can you please introduce yourself a little bit?
Okay. So, my name is Marcelo. As William said, I went to the US in the Texas state, to a city called Brownsville, to the Rio Grande Valley University, and I stayed there for like 5 months in my exchange experience. Yeah, so I came here to talk with you guys about
Thank you very much
Thank
for
you.
that.
It's really nice to have you. So,
it.
what I'm curious about, because America is kind of different from here, is what was your biggest like culture shock that you experienced there?
Culture shock.
Yes.
First of all, like, everyone speaking in a different language is very weird
Talking.
experience, especially because like I went by myself. So like from the first airport, I was like, what do I do now? Now that everyone's speaking a different language and I have to like adapt to it. But then after being in Texas, what was most surprising, it was like the size of everything.
Everything is bigger in
Everything is
Texas.
Texas size. Yeah, like the streets are huge. You can see the trucks. You can see a normal like big truck here is half the size of one over there.
That's crazy.
The highways. I went to Houston, and the highways may have like 10 lanes, and they are all full of cars. Like in rush hour, they are all full of cars, and it's like miles and miles of the measure system also miles and miles.
The measure system, because they're
that's
miles,
crazy.
not
Yeah,
kilometers.
it's hard to adapt to that too. Like even going to the supermarket, like everything is on ounces
and gallons.
Yeah, gallons. I got used to it, but it's different.
Did you have like when you were buying milk, you bought like a gallon of milk because it was huge? Not like a liter, it was a gallon.
It was like a very like typical thing, and you get used to it. Like buying a lot.
I remember
food,
that
like, huge.
Before we went to the USA, a lot of people also told us that be careful with the size. So I remember that the first time we were always asking for like the smallest size of like chips or everything.
Yeah, I got a few bad experiences with that too. Asking for the large meal and then like, getting too much food, like
too much
hard to handle.
It's really easy to gain weight in the US.
Yeah, but I think they are kind of used to that, because after you go to a restaurant, you can take it home with you if you don't want to eat anymore. Like you can ask for a box, just take it home.
Yeah, it's really common. If you left food, the waiter is going to come to you and ask you if you want to have it to take out.
Yeah. So, even like in like sit-down restaurants, you can ask for that too.
What was crazy? It was when we went to Chile's. It's because it was kind of a restaurant.
I love Chile's, yeah.
Yeah, and the waitress came and she started filling up my cup, and I was like, no, I just want this, and she was like, no, it's free, it's free refill.
Yeah, I know. Even like with flavors, like drinks with flavor, like you can refill again.
Yeah. At the cups.
Yeah, in some restaurant they will. Yeah, you buy like the cup and you can go to this machine, like it was like open, so you can take as much Coke as you want. So.
Yeah, that's crazy. You can take it to go to like a huge cup and just take it to home.
Drink it.
So, how was like the difficulty of the courses that did you take? Like, first of all, what courses did you take, and how different it was from like studying here in the University of Talca? Like, it was harder, easier? Like, what was your experience?
Okay, so the courses that I took were retailing, marketing strategy, international business, and business society that kind of was like an ethic course. And in terms of difficultness, I would say they were easier because they were organized in a different way. You were you had like more tests, but those tests had like a smaller amount of like I don't know how to say it.
Percentage?
Yeah, I think they were like the courses were divided into more small tests.
Yeah.
So it was easier to take, and also you had like the preparation. They were all very, very organized. Like it was step by step, just as the like book said.
Do you have to
You weren't not lost.
Do you have to do a lot of homework?
Yeah. Like every week. Every week we had homework.
I think that's actually helpful.
It is
to learn, because you are all weeks you're just doing something.
It's refreshing, like what you just learned every week. So by the end of the semester, you already like kind of know everything.
Yeah.
Because you've been working on it.
It's different though, because in the US you have a lot of things. Here you have like less things, but they're more difficult because they're more strict. In other countries, for example, Denmark and South Korea, you only take one test. But the test is not difficult. It's like if you review all the exercises, it's going to be the same.
I heard of that in Germany too. Like you only take one course at the end of the semester, but it's not hard.
So you went to the USA with a scholarship, right?
Yes.
How expensive it was? Did you actually, the money that they gave you to the scholarship was enough, or did you have to take any loans?
I think it was enough for most of the trip, like for the fly, for the apartment that I had to rent, and for some of the food. But in the end, I think having some extra money is always helpful. For example, I know that I can like go to certain restaurants without any restrictions, and having that extra money makes you the experience more enjoyable. So you are like calm, and you have like that backup. I think that's nice to have always that little bit of extra money. But yeah, I don't think that the scholarship by itself was enough.
Did you travel like somewhere in the US?
Yes, I went to Houston for a competition, and it's like a huge city. You can take hours just going from one side to another. I also went to the beach that it was near to the city where I was staying. It's called the South Padre Island. It's an island, with like white sand and everything.
Oh, that's really nice.
And the water is warm. It wasn't cold. It was weird. It was like taking a shower. Nice. It was like taking a shower in the middle of the ocean.
Oh, that would be nice. Like swimming in the ocean with warm water.
And even like at 10 p.m. the water was still like warm. And I also went to New York for New York's Eve, so I could see like the crystal going down.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, I think that was one of the best experiences.
That's really nice, because normally people, when they go to Europe, they tend to like travel to all these countries. But in the US, you may think that you can really travel that much, because it's a little bit more expensive, but you have a lot of places to go.
Yeah, I think the US has a lot of attraction, but it's very expensive to travel around.
Yeah, but and also it's so big because like in Europe, like in a couple of hours in like train or even a car, you can go to another country, and in the USA like 5 hours and you don't even are in other states. So that's make it very difficult.
Yeah.
It's crazy the distances.
Like
If you want to
Texas probably is
travel,
bigger than
yeah. If you want to travel in the US, you probably will need like a driver's license because it's better to travel with a car rather than going in planes because planes are a little bit more expensive.
Yeah,
Renting a car is not
recommend
that
that.
expensive.
I would recommend that rather than just taking a plane from
yeah, and there is not
a
that much
state to another.
yeah, there is not that much like public transportation as like
Yeah.
as lead in North Carolina. There's like no like buses or trains or anything.
No, in Brunswick was the same. Like there was like only one bus station that had a very few number of buses, like going, I don't know, 2 or 3 times a day. That's it.
That's crazy.
They rely on cars.
Yeah, so well, this question is I think is a little bit different from Marcelo because he went to the US. So obviously everyone there like speak English. So like how can I phrase that? Like how like how important was to like speak like really good English? Like you think like you did like enough? How will be the experience maybe for someone who's not as good as in English as you? Like, can you tell us more about that?
Yeah, so I went to the south of Texas, pretty much in like, it was near Mexico. You could see Mexico actually if you were high enough. Really. So like there's a lot of people that speak Spanish, and it's not hard to find at all. And most of the businesses over there speak both languages. Like every store manager has to speak Spanish and English because there is so many Mexicans over there. And even in restaurants, you could like have a waiter speak in Spanish rather than English because they are used to that.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, but I'd say that it's more important for university rather than like normal like life. You could go around and like go to a restaurant and speak Spanish and you will be fine. You could go to I don't know, to the mall and to the movies. But in university, I think you have to talk English because most of the professors only speak English.
Okay.
So yeah, for university, I think it's important but they are willing to help you if you need it. But I think it's important for university only.
Did you have any like trouble with the accent?
No, actually, I think I could tell they had an accent after like a few months, like that Texan accent, and like that they say y'all, all together, y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's very common over there. You have to get used to that. They have a few words also that they say. I don't know.
How do you
just get
say
used to those small
soda?
things.
They say pop or soda?
No, they say soda. Yeah.
Okay. In other parts they say pop. That was kind of a shock to me.
Pop.
Actually, pop. Yeah. When the place we went to, it was like the southern accent. So the few first classes that we had, we really couldn't understand a few professors.
Oh yeah, I get it.
Like our professor from
the southern, like from Oklahoma and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, our professor from marketing was from Tennessee,
Missouri.
I think.
No, from Missouri.
From Missouri. Yeah.
So she had a really heavy accent.
From the south. Yeah, I get that. But I think it's a little bit harder. Like that's one of the hardest from the US. I think that it's very
unique.
Yeah, unique.
Yeah.
What would you recommend to a Chilean who wants to go to the US?
I don't know, just enjoy the experience, enjoy the food. They have really good food over there. They have, I mean, for people that eat meat at least, because they are very famous for their barbecue and stuff.
Oh.
Oh, right.
You have like, if you go to a restaurant or like a supermarket, you have thousands of options that you can eat from. Like, I don't know. I think even the sizes, the types of food, even like if you want an Oreo, they have like 20
Yeah.
categories of Oreos. You
I
could
remember
have
that
every Oreo that you want.
our marketing professor was talking about that because M&M was testing three new flavors. So she brings us like toffee flavor, like coffee flavor of M&Ms, jalapeno flavor of M&Ms, and I don't remember the third, but they have flavors for everything.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like every like famous cookie has like thousands of options, but like it's not just regular Oreo. It's like with that,
So maybe,
with fruit, without fruit. I don't know. It's crazy.
so maybe be prepared to eat a lot of food.
Yeah, be ready to.
And in Texas, it was also really spicy because I remember that in North Carolina it was really spicy.
Yeah. I think it's because they are close to like the Mexican side. They tend to eat more spicier rather than in other sides. In other cities, I don't know.
Yeah.
I like that they have a lot of like
So,
new flavors.
do you want to say something, Catalina?
No, I think we can go to the next question.
So now the opposite question. Like, what would you recommend for an American who wants to come to Chile? Like, what would you advise to an American?
I think to travel by bus over here. I don't know. I think they are very used to having planes and cars and stuff. But I think traveling by bus would be weird for them because their buses are nothing compared to ours
No,
in
they're
terms of quality.
yeah.
And also, like, they are used to traveling for long amounts of times. For example, I would have friends that like would go to San Antonio from where I was staying, like from Brownsville to San Antonio was like 6 hours on a car.
That's a
So
long ride.
they could like really like, I don't know, get to meet all the south from Chile, like all the beaches from the center.
Yeah.
Go to the north.
They can travel
I don't
all
know.
Chile, go to Peru, go
Yeah.
to Uruguay, and they come back.
Yeah, they would be used to that, like spending hours on a car, just traveling around.
Maybe not renting a car here because it's more expensive.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think they would like that.
The experience. So, we have a little bit of like questions about what is happening right now in the U.S. with all the movement from Black Lives Matter and the riots, social issues. It's kind of crazy right now there. So, did you live any kind of discrimination?
I didn't, like, at least that I could tell. I didn't feel. I could feel that they were like racist in a way because of the way that they speak about, like, I don't know, Mexicans. They are used to like Mexicans doing the construction stuff, so they have it like in their system. So, for example, someone might say, I don't know, go hire a Mexican to fix this thing on a house, rather than saying go hire this person to fix this thing in a house, because they have like in their DNA that Mexicans are the ones who do the construction thing. But or other than that, like, I didn't feel that they were like that
discriminatory,
racist. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it's kind of different in our experience because there were not a lot of Latin Americans there, so they didn't really notice us as Latin Americans. they will speak to you like in perfect English, and then you have an accent. They say, "Oh wow." The Williams happened once. I remember that one guy in your class told you like, "Oh, I didn't know you were from another country."
Yeah.
Yeah,
But yeah, one
I
time
got
I
that
spoke,
too.
I spoke out loud in class, like, and yeah, they noticed.
Yeah, I think our like appearance is not that different from some of them. So
No.
maybe it's that.
Yeah,
So,
and also, yeah, they were some
one-
students like, from Pakistan. So I remember that when we were at the shop, like one time a guy like it was like Indian. I think I thought that Catalina was from India, something like that.
Yeah.
I can see it, but not as much. Maybe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know, like where.
But they were actually really nice. I think a lot of people have a misconception about Americans being like this racist Karen who's yelling at you. They're actually really nice. They ask. I remember that one thing that was really shocking is they love giving compliments. So if you go somewhere,
sure.
they stop you and they say, "Oh, I love your glasses. You look so good." And it's kind of crazy because here we don't do that. So
Yeah, even like the small smiles, like walking, like they could smile at you. I don't know where they would just be nice.
Yeah, that is
Yeah.
true. Yeah, I think I remember that like in Chile, a lot of like comedian and people who travels abroad say that in Chile we're like really like serious, not unfriendly, and I think that now I can notice like after going to Japan and the USA, I can understand what they say like in Chile we're not used to like giving compliments or giving smiles like just
Yeah,
because
it's weird.
you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
we are not that kind of people.
Yeah, sadly. So
Yeah.
as the last question, like in this interview, we have that we know that in the USA, like sports in university are like a huge deal, you know, like they take it like really seriously. So did you went to like any like football or basketball or maybe another sport like event?
I didn't go to any events like per se, but we usually got together on the on the main house of the apartments where we stayed. It was like the clubhouse. There you go. The club where we stayed. They had like a huge TV where they played all the games from the university, so we could watch like basketball, American football, soccer. That's different.
Football.
Yeah, and volleyball and all of these games. But also, I could tell that they had like a lot of priorities in like people who plays sports because they had this huge gym, like 3,000 square feet, I think.
Oh.
Just for people that play sports, like no one else. Like the rest of the people had to go to another gym. That's just for people that play sports for the university.
Yeah,
And they also have
see.
like they can like just leave the class if they have a match or something.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember that in our classes, they always like ask if anyone was like an athlete or something like that because the football like season were like coming. They were like they have like a total like free pass like to.
Yeah, they have
come
like
to class
special
and everything.
assignments and
Yeah.
everything. That's
Yeah.
kind of crazy.
It was really surprising.
I remember that every time we have a game, like the mascot, like a mascot will come out to the courtyard
Yeah.
and start cheering people up to go to the event.
Yeah, they will like tell people what to do.
They actually
Yeah,
really
with
like their
signs.
universities too. Do you get like a sweatshirt or a hoodie from the university? They have
I
all
did.
this kind of the merchandising.
I did. I got like 3, I think, t-shirts and like wristbands, and I got like 3 pairs of sunglasses and 2 pens, I think, and like a lot of merchandising.
They love giving merchandising. I remember
Yeah.
that in every event they give you like a shirt, a t-shirt. They give you pens. They give you
Yeah.
everything.
I think that
It's really good.
yeah,
Yeah.
but even though someone can think like it's a detail or like just like consumerism or something like that, I think it's really cool because I think it really like pushes like this kind of like this feeling of being like one community, you know, like they really feel
Yeah.
like they, for example, for our university, we're like Wildcats, so they really like all go Wildcats and everything. They really feel like from a community, where in comparison with Chile, that like you go
Catamounts,
to
Williams, Catamounts.
yeah, Caramel. Sorry,
Catamounts.
it was different the movie, the other thing. Yeah, and like here, like in Chile, it's like you go to like any university and like it doesn't make much difference, you know. You don't feel like your university.
You don't feel from the
belong
University
to
of
it.
Talca.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
They
know.
really love their university.
Over there, yeah, you are like a vaquero. Like
Vaquero.
the university.
And some universities
Even
have like,
I have like a sticker on my laptop that says vaquero.
Yeah, and
That's
then
nice.
there are a lot of universities that like even raise money from people like donating, like alumni that they donate just to like because of the community. So I think it's really cool.
Yeah.
Even like at my university, they had like a small store that sold clothes
Yeah.
that were from the university.
We also
like
have it.
sweaters and hoodies. I don't know.
I remember
t-shirts.
that they have like flakes for the
Oh yeah.
for the
sure.
cars. Like my
Yeah.
kid is a Catamount.
Also, those like cups for the car.
Yeah. Did you there have like fraternities or sororities?
Yeah, I had
think
a friend. I met a friend that was on a fraternity actually, and they had like the whole thing from like the movies, like a house for the fraternity, like the initiation, I don't know, that whole culture. Like, oh, you are like a frat guy. Sorry,
Yeah,
the whole thing.
it's really common. And there in our university, they had like fraternities who were like professional fraternities.
What?
Do you remember? Like,
Yeah,
there was a fraternity for finance women, I think. Women who liked finance wanted to go to our route because our university was close to Charlotte, and Charlotte's a big city for finance.
No.
so they were like this kind of like fraternities for people who like to party and everything, and the other one for nerds like who wants to like study like finance or engineering. So they also have their like community.
I think that's cool. Like they have communities for everything, so you can like join whatever you like.
Yeah, that's also different from here. Like here, you don't have like that kind of like community for
university life.
Really. Yeah.
Nobody feels like for their university. They just don't care.
Yeah.
It's like it's the same to say, oh, the University of Concepcion is the same to the University of Talca. I don't care.
Yeah, you just study it there basically.
Yeah.
Over there, you like have a life, I think.
Yeah, like if for
Around
that 4 years, like they move from the house and everything. They make like new friends. So that is really like a big change for them.
Yeah, I think that's cooler.
That's it, Catalina.
Yeah. Thank you, Marcelo.